Nintendo's in the news a lot. I mean, sometimes it's due to speculation concerning a 4K Nintendo Switch Pro or new games coming out, that kind of thing. But then a lot of times it has to do with legal action, lawsuits, DMCAs, all that crazy stuff. So today I want to talk about three stories concerning some Nintendo craziness that I find interesting and I also partially find hilarious a little bit. Like, for example, this one right here. Nintendo wants $15 million in damages from pirate ROM site. Now, I covered this story quite a bit in the past. This is concerning ROM Universe. And the dude behind this, Matthew Storman, this guy, I don't know if he's all there, to be honest with you. Now, I brought this up in the past, but I never really dug deep into it and really covered it because I found it to be not really, information that pertained to the story. But going back to this stuff that I have now, I spoke to somebody who knows this guy, Matthew Storman. I can't speak on how they know him, but I know for sure they know him. And it just kind of seemed like somebody who really disliked him for some things that he did to a family member. And I was like, well, this is a little much. I don't want to get involved in that drama. But I went back to that and started rereading that information that I got. And I was like, okay, this is starting to make some sense here. So Nintendo, they went after this guy. He had ROM Universe downloading Switch games, Wii games, all that kind of stuff, right? And they went after him, and he decided he was going to, represent himself. He wasn't going to hire any lawyers. I went back to this message that I received that was prior to this stuff, and they talked about that, how he always likes to represent himself, and he always loses, except for in certain specific things. But they talked about how he has hidden money. He has destroyed documents and evidence pertaining to previous lawsuits. And I just found it hilarious because that's what this is about. And it just kind of all goes in together. I was like, holy crap. He constantly, I'm kind of looking at the message right here, how he owes $275,000 to somebody. He owes money for child support. He's filed bankruptcies, hidden money, given family members money, hidden money, out of the states and whatnot. And I'm just like, this is freaking nuts, dude. So Nintendo here with this one, as you see right here, lost evidence. We can actually just go straight to the court documents, which really goes into detail. I'll put a link to this so you could check it out because there's a lot of information here. I'm not going to read all of it, but it talks about how Nintendo went after him, and he had claimed that he had like some kind of medical condition. Can't verify or anything with that, but he had a medical condition and they were requesting more, information, tax documents, income, that kind of thing, different types of evidence that Nintendo requested. And he asked for more time because of this medical condition that he had. And he wound up destroying evidence is what he did. He got rid of evidence. He didn't provide everything that was asked for. Nintendo's just straight up pissed. They're like, this is ridiculous. This is obviously just straight up piracy because he tried to get this case dismissed saying that he wasn't doing anything illegal, the way everything worked. And if you remember too, he put up on his website, which you can't go to his website anymore, which surprised me because even after Nintendo filed these lawsuits against him, his website still stayed up and he put up on there donation links to help him with his legal funds. Why do you need legal funds if you're representing yourself? Now, filing certain court documents, there's filing fees and whatnot. I understand that. But yeah, he was asking for money. I don't know if he got any money, but it's just ridiculous. He asked for, this whole case to be dismissed. Didn't happen. Now he destroyed evidence and Nintendo's just looking for a judgment and $15 million. Like, give it up. So like I said, there's a lot of info here. I'll put a link directly to that so you can take a look. But what does it state here as far as the 15 million? So the company requests 4.41 million in copyright damages and then 11.2 in trademark infringement. Nintendo also seeks an injunction to prevent further copyright information. And then they also want everything destroyed, all his illegal copies, anything that he owns. But with this previous information that I'm looking at about how he's previously done this stuff, hidden money, filed bankruptcies, given large sums of money to family members to hide. It just, this guy thinks he's above the law, and Nintendo, oh my God, they're not going to let this go. Like, that's going to be it for this dude. I mean, I hate to say it. I know people have different views on this kind of thing, and I get it, but at the same time, Nintendo's going to be Nintendo. They protect their copyrights, their intellectual properties, and when you have a ROM website distributing, especially Nintendo Switch stuff, like I know I've shared my thoughts on that in the past. Like, I won't hack my Nintendo Switch because it's a current product that's available, and if there are games for it that I want, I'm going to purchase them, because my stance is if it's an older console and nothing is produced for it officially anymore, it's open season, dude. Like, the company's not making money from those cartridges, from those systems, that kind of thing. You want to, or discs, whatever, hack those systems, do whatever the hell you want, right? I don't care. I don't even care if you want to do that with the Switch, but my personal stance is if a system comes out and everybody just says, fuck it, we're going to pirate all the games, well, then, companies aren't going to make money. They're not going to produce games. So then the lifespan of that console is going to shrink down. I mean, it's possible if it's extremely widespread, which I don't think that's necessarily how things go, but that's just my stance. If it's available now, I'm going to support it. I'm going to buy the games that I want. And then once it's out of its life cycle, I'm going to hack that bitch. That's just the way it goes. So on to the next one. Let me know what you guys think about that. I thought that was pretty hilarious as well. This one I'd read about the other day. Nintendo Mass DMCA Takedown removes hundreds of fan games. Hundreds of them. And there's like a specific, reason that people are speculating on this due to the way Nintendo had worded certain things, or their lawyers, they're ninjas, right? And this is on Game Jolt. So there is a document here on GitHub that has all the links for the games. I believe, what was it, 379 games? Yeah, it's 379 games that were removed. Pokemon Uranium working, Pokemon Insurgents, Cursed Forever, tons of Pokemon stuff, but then there's also tons of, other things as well, Mario games, that kind of thing. All fan games and weird stuff like that, and hundreds upon hundreds, like I said, 379. I don't need to say hundreds, that's a specific number. 379 games were removed. If you click a link and you go there, Super Mario 4 players, boom, page not found. So all this stuff has been removed from the Game Jolt website. And at the bottom of this document, I mean, there's a few spots where it dictates the reason behind specific things here. But Nintendo's legal department, they state these websites or web pages display images of Nintendo game characters in connection with unauthorized online games that copy the characters, music, and other features. The website at Game Jolt generates revenue. That's a big thing, from advertising banners displayed on the site and advertisements played while the users wait for the games to load. So there's a lot of things going on here that these guys are looking at, the Nintendo lawyers, saying, hey, remove this shit, right? And some of the people who've put up some of these games, they've re-uploaded them or put them elsewhere, stating, well, Nintendo's only problem was the advertisements that were running, so we'll just put them up anyway without advertisements running. I mean, you might slip through the cracks on that. You may not. I don't know. But that's not the only issue. It's just anything with Nintendo characters being used in that way, they could go after you. It's been proven over and over again. Nintendo is going to relentlessly protect their intellectual property. So this leads me to the next one, which I thought was kind of funny. Jido, I'm not sure how to say his name, on Twitter. The other day, a couple days ago, he posted, I love how Nintendo used my old-ass Mario render in their official Nintendo World website. So it's like, Nintendo loves going after people, who are fans, who use their characters, but then they wind up using something that somebody else had done. I know people will be like, well, it's Nintendo's character, who cares? I get it, and it's kind of funny because the render is so similar to the original that it's based off of, but that's what this guy does. He does renders of Mario. Kind of neat stuff, but yeah, I just thought this one was hilarious. So I'm not even sure how they figured this out, because if you go to the Super Nintendo World website, like, okay, once you first go here, this screen pops up. Little tiny Mario. We are Mario. Like, how do you even notice that that's your render versus Nintendo's original render, right? Now, I found the original on NintendoLife.com. So here's Yujido's render, right? Pretty slick. It's Mario. And then the same exact pose. Here's the official one. I mean, they are so damn close. Like, I know there's differences, but they're so freaking close. Like, I just find this funny. How does Nintendo, now to be fair, is it directly Nintendo that put this website together? I'm pretty sure this is going through Universal Studios Japan, so it may have been just their department that deals with websites putting this together. Nintendo wasn't directly involved with putting the website together, but you would imagine, and from my experiences dealing with companies, they, who wind up doing licenses or work for other companies, typically the copyright owner who owns that property, they'll provide the artwork, they'll provide the renders. So where did that render come from? Did somebody at Nintendo just go online and look up Super Mario standing still, PNG? I don't freaking know. And then found this one, downloaded it, and sent it to whoever put the website together? Like, wouldn't you think they would just have packages of artwork that they provide to partners to work on these kind of things? I just thought that was really funny and kind of ridiculous at the same time. Getting caught using a fan's render of Mario, it is what it is. I just thought it was kind of funny. What do you guys think on these stories here? Kind of interesting, kind of funny. Like I said, a bunch of ridiculousness. But hey, I've talked about some of this stuff in the past and felt like, especially with that first story, it was time for a follow-up anyway. So hey guys, really do appreciate every single one of you guys hanging out with me during this video. Really do appreciate it. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace out. Bye-bye. Big ass thumb, but bye.